Part 1. Real versus Fake. Minu was a sweet, lovable, and beautiful girl, aged 6 years. She was an adorable kid as she always obeyed her elders. Minu's parents loved her for her amazing behavior. One day, Minu's mother took her for grocery shopping. As they passed the shops, Minu noted a cute plastic pearl necklace in dazzling pink. She asked her mother to buy her the necklace. Her mother told her that it cost quite a few pennies. She asked her to do some chores, so that for every completed piece of work, Minu would get some money and she could buy the pink necklace. Minu prepared a to-do list and assisted her mom with all the chores. Her mom was very happy. She paid enough money to buy the pink necklace. Minu happily purchased the necklace and wore it just everywhere, every time, except while taking bath. Her mother said that her neck would turn pink and the pearls would lose their sheen if she wore it while bathing. But all other times, Minu wore it, even while sleeping. Minu's father used to tell her bedtime stories frequently. One night, after completing a story, her dad asked how much she loved him. Minu replied, "You know how much I love you." Dad asked, "Then give me your pearl necklace, please." Minu replied, "Please, Daddy. I love you so much, but please don't ask for these pearls. I will give you the pink Barbie which you bought me a month ago." Dad replied, "Fine, sweetheart." After a few days, the conversation was repeated between Minu and her dad. Again, Minu refused to give her pearl necklace and instead asked her dad to take her pet. Dad kissed her and left with a smile. This was repeated several times. Pink pearl necklace one day. Minu slept while her dad was reading her a story. She was holding the necklace in her hands. Her dad took the pearl necklace from her hand. The next moment, she woke up and asked, "Dad, what are you doing?" Dad quickly opened a jewel box placed near her bed and handed her a real precious pink pearl necklace. He said, "Sweetheart, this is your real necklace. I wanted to take away the fake one all this while to give you this real one." She replied, "Thank you, Dad." Minu immediately gave up her fake necklace for the real one. God wants us to give up all the fake and cheap things we consider very precious in our life. It could be habits, hatreds, harming relationships, activities, negative thoughts, etc. He will provide us with genuine things if we give up the fake. Part 2.
True wealth. Once upon a time, there lived a very rich and wealthy man in a big town. He led a luxurious life. He always boasted about his wealth to his friends and relatives. His son was studying in a distant city, and he returned home for vacation. The rich man wanted to show off to his son how rich he was. But his son wasn't fond of any luxurious lifestyle. However, the rich man wanted to make his son realize that his lifestyle was extremely rich and that poor people suffered a lot. He planned a day's visit to the entire town to show him the life of the poor people. The father and the son took a chariot and visited the entire town. They returned home after 2 days. The father was happy that his son was very quiet after seeing the poor people honoring the rich man and after witnessing the sufferings of the poor due to lack of facilities. The rich man asked his son, "Dear boy, how was the trip? Have you enjoyed it?" "Yes, my dad, it was a great trip with you," the son replied. "So what did you learn from the trip?" the father asked. The son was silent. "Finally, you have realized how the poor suffer and how they actually live," said the father. "No, father," replied the son. He added, "We have only 2 dogs, they have 10 dogs. We have a big pool in our garden, but they have a massive bay without any end. We have luxurious and expensive lights imported from various countries, but they have countless stars lighting their nights. We have a house on a small piece of land, but they have abundant fields that go beyond the horizon. We are protected by huge and strong walls around our property, but they bond with each other and surround themselves with their fellow beings. We have to buy food from them, but they are so rich that they can cultivate their own food." The rich father was stunned and speechless on hearing his son's words. Finally, the son added, "Dad, thank you so much for showing me who is rich and who is poor. Thank you for letting me understand how poor we really are. True wealth is not measured by money and property. True wealth is created in good friendships and compassionate relationships."
Part 3.
3 sons and a bundle of sticks. Once upon a time, an old man lived with his 3 sons in a village. The 3 sons were hard workers. Still, they quarreled all the time. The old man tried a lot to unite them, but he failed. Though the villagers appreciated their hard work and efforts, they made fun of them on their fights. Months passed by and the old man fell sick. He told his sons to stay united, but they didn't listen to him. So he decided to teach them a practical lesson so that they would forget their differences and stay united. The old man called his sons. He told them, "I will give you a bundle of sticks. Separate each stick and you will have to break each stick into 2. The one who breaks the sticks quickly will be rewarded more." The sons agreed. The old man gave a bundle of 10 sticks to each of them and asked them to break each stick into pieces. They broke the sticks into pieces in minutes. And again they started to quarrel among themselves as to who came first. The old man said, "Dear sons, the game is not over. Now I will give another bundle of sticks to each of you. You will have to break the sticks as a bundle, not as separate sticks." The sons agreed and tried to break the bundle of sticks. Though they tried their best, they could not break the bundle. They failed to complete the task. The 3 sons reported their failure to their father. Breaking bundle of sticks, the old man replied, "Dear sons, see. You could easily break the single sticks into pieces, but you were not able to break the bundle. So, if you stay united, nobody can do any harm to you. If you quarrel every time with your brothers, anyone can easily defeat you. I request you to stay united." The 3 sons understood the power of unity and promised their father that whatever be the situation, they would all stay together. Moral: unity is strength. Part 4. The ship. A voyaging ship was wrecked during a storm at sea, and only 2 of the men on it were able to swim to a small, desert-like island. The 2 survivors, not knowing what else to do, agreed that they had no other recourse but to pray to God. However, to find out whose prayer was more powerful, they agreed to divide the territory between them and stay on opposite sides of the island. The first thing they prayed for was food. The next morning, the first man saw a fruit-bearing tree on his side of the land, and he was able to eat its fruit. The other man's parcel of land remained barren. After a week, the first man was lonely, and he decided to pray for a wife. The next day, another ship was wrecked, and the only survivor was a woman who swam to his side of the land. On the other side of the island, there was nothing. Soon the first man prayed for a house, clothes, more food. The next day, like magic, all of these were given to him. However, the second man still had nothing. Finally, the first man prayed for a ship so that he and his wife could leave the island. In the morning, he found the ship docked at his side of the island. The first man boarded the ship with his wife and decided to leave the second man on the island. He considered the other man unworthy to receive God's blessings since none of his prayers had been answered. As the ship was about to leave, the first man heard a voice from heaven booming, "Why are you leaving your companion on the island? My blessings are mine alone, since I was the one who prayed for them." The first man answered, "His prayers were all unanswered, and so he does not deserve anything." "You are mistaken." The voice rebuked him. "He had only one prayer, which I answered. If not for that, you would not have received any of my blessings." "Tell me," the first man asked the voice, "what did he pray for that I should owe him anything?" "He prayed that all your prayers be answered. For all we know, our blessings are not the fruits of our prayers alone, but those of another praying for us." Part 5. Think before you speak. It was a sunny day, but the climate was enjoyable. Everyone in the railway station was waiting for the train to arrive. Among the crowd, there was a group of friends, youngsters who were on board for vacation. It was a busy station with juice shop, mobile restaurants, coffee and tea stalls, newspaper shop, restaurants, etc. The announcement regarding the arrival of the train was made, and everyone prepared to get into the train to their appropriate places. The group of friends made loud noise to welcome the train as it entered the station. They ran to get their reserved seats before anyone could get into the train. The empty seats were filled and the train whistled to move. An old man with a young boy aged around 15 years came running to catch the train. They entered the train and the train started to move. They had their seats just adjacent to the friends group. The young boy was so surprised to see everything. He exclaimed at his father, "Dad, the train is moving and the things are moving backwards." His father smiled and nodded his head. As the train started moving fast, the young boy again screamed, "Dad, the trees are green in color and run backward very fast." His father said, "Yes, dear," and smiled. Just like a kid, he was watching everything with great enthusiasm and happiness, loaded with tons of surprises. A fruit seller passed selling apples and oranges. The young boy asked his dad, "I want to eat apples." His father bought him apples. He said, "Oh, apple looks so sweet and it tastes. I love this color." The group was watching all the activities of this boy and asked the boy's father, "Is your son having any problem? Why is he behaving very differently?" A friend from the group made fun of him and shouted, "His son is mad, I think." The father of the young boy, with patience, replied to the friend group, "My son was born blind. Only a few days before he was operated and got the vision. He is seeing various things in his life for the first time." The young friends became very quiet and apologized to his father and son. "Think before you speak,"